ଏ କହିଲେ ଶୁଣିବ ନାହିଁ ଆଉ। ତୁ ଯାଆନା ତାଙ୍କର ପାଖକୁ।
It's faulty. Your microphone is on. It's faulty. Your camera is on.
Start करेगा 25 लेंगे
All I requested to mute their microphone. Please mute your microphone. Manoj Parthasarathi, please mute your microphone.
Respected resource person on the occasion, Sri Akhilesh Kumar Mishra, Additional DG, Media and Communication, Prasar Bharati, Government of India. My esteemed colleagues, Dr. S.K. Panigrahi, Additional Director, Dr. Prabhat Kumar Jena, Deputy Director, my dearest learners, all participants, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon to all of you. As you know, communication is the lifeline of any organization, be it a private organization or a government organization. In the same manner as the blood is a connective tissue which connects every part of the human body. Communication is the connective tissue in any governance system, be it the management of the private organization or be it a governance system of the state. So it is a lifeline. Communication is the lifeline of any governance system. We are very fortunate, very privileged to have with us Sri Akhil Kumar Mishra ji, Indian Information Service, with us to give his address to us on broadcast, multimedia communication and governance. We welcome you, sir, from the core of our heart. We welcome all our esteemed participants. I request Additional Director Dr. S.K. Panigrahi sir to welcome all our participants in our resource person and give his welcome
Baldi,
address.
your microphone is on.
Dr. Panigrahi sir, please.
Namaskar, Dr. Nanda sir, and today's resource person, Akhil Kumar Mishra sir, and my dear learners. Really, today you are very happy because out of his busy schedule, he has given some time to our learners to discuss about broadcast, multimedia, communication, and governance. So, my colleague rightly said the communication is one of the, hot topic in today's generation because the multimedia or the communication, whatever you are telling, so we all are depend upon that, and particularly Indira Gandhi National Open University is purely based upon being a distance education university. We are purely based upon the multimedia and communication. Through this only our distance education system is based on that. So Indira Gandhi National Open University is one of the largest university in the world. So our students are spread in different part of the country and they are getting more success in different field. So what are the new education policy 2020? We are talking about the GER. So IGNO is playing a very vital role to reach that figure. So what you feel our learners should not feel that the conventional systems who are studying in those good universities, so they can only achieve something in their life. Distance education is a big player in today's generation because of this multimedia and communication what topic we have decided today. So this is the big base for imparting a distance education throughout our country or our younger generation, and all kind of learners are coming to this fold. So RC Bhubaneswar is always extend the student support service to catering throughout Odisha. So in our region, near about 40,000 students every year taking admission. So we always there to give support service to our students, and also the government of India and PIB, Doordarshan, they always support us to how the IGNO will reach to the doorstep of every learners, and is a household name in our state. So whatever topic you have chosen today, because RC Bhubaneswar is continuously organizing a webinar for all of you to give exposure and different academic person and also different administrative service persons, because you can get the exposure being a student of distance education system. So you are getting the big good brains and the intellectual peoples, so you can communicate with them and you can learn something from them, and you can understood something what topic they are going to speak to you. So with these words, once again I welcome Akhil Mishra sir. No doubt he is very busy person. Out of that, in a very short notice, he accepted our invitation. I extend my heartful thanks on behalf of our Regional Center Bhubaneswar, on behalf of my Senior Regional Director M.K. Das, and on behalf of our Vice Chancellor Umakant Jilal. Thank you very much, sir, to accept invitation. Over to Nanda sir.
Thank you, sir. May I now request my colleague Dr. Prabhat Kumar Jena to kindly give a brief introduction of Sri Akhil Kumar Mishra ji, who is a very senior officer of the Indian Information Service. Prabhat sir, please.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to everybody, and namaskar. I feel fortunate to introduce our expert. So, STM Additional Director, Dr. S. K. Panigay, sir. Respected Deputy Director, Dr. Viswananda, sir. Respected research person, Anil Kumar Mishra, sir. My dear colleagues and learners. So today we are very fortunate to receive such a great personality, and we are very much thankful to him for accepting our invitation, and I feel fortunate to introduce him. So before start of this meeting, let me introduce him briefly. I think Sarah's very much affiliated towards Odia language. That is why he has provided his brief biodata in Odia. So let me express in Odia also, because it will be very nice to see Odia language, and since Sarah's already provided the brief biodata in Odia, so I would like to read the biodata in Odia, so that will be better. And I think Sir will be very happy. Sir has, Sir, Namaskar, Sir. Sir, Batan, Sir, Sandi, Civil Service, Sir, 1999 Civil Service join kale. Sir, Batan, Pangaro, posting Atrikta Mahanideshak, Additional Director General Bhavare, say, Kamurudundi, PIB, RNI, and CABC Bhubaneswar. Sir, Abhigata देखिवा में सर आकाशवाणी और दूरदर्शन संवाद टेलीविजन सर्वर CBC PIB आदि समस्त ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में सर बहुत अभिज्ञता अच्छी सर अतीत रे हमारा दिल्ली भीमा कोलकाता गुवाहाटी रांची कटक भुवनेश्वर आदि बहुत इंपोर्टेंट जगह रे सर टिंग देश उन्नत सेवा भी सार जोगे सार ओडिया प्रति टिके बहुत भल रुचि अच्छी ओडिया सार भल पुस्तक लिखिं कविता भी लिखिं कविता भितर बहुत भल लगे गोटे महानदी और अन्य कविता 2006 लिखिं अन्यमनस्क ऋतु 2009 लिखिं स्मृति गोटे कविता 2013 सार पब्लिश कर संपर्क स्वप्न समय महायज्ञ 2021 विषाद रास्ता जीवन आईना 2024 जहाँ बहुत भल भल ओडिया कविता सारे लिखिं जो ओडिया रे कविता लिखार जो भाव प्रवणता जना पड़े सारे बहुत भल पाती कविता आड़िया भाषा इंग्रजी भी सारे लिखी पेंटेड साइलेंस इन that was published in 2018 में पेंटेड साइलेंस लिखी सर गल्प संकलन निषेध नायक इंग्रजी कविता ओडिया किसी लिखी सर कॉफी टेबल बुक भी सर इंग्लिश में पब्लिश कर व्यतीत सर बहुत किसी अभिज्ञता अच्छी एंड वी ऑल विल बी fortunate to listen to him. Sir has very great experience, and we are very fortunate to receive the great personality, and we are all keen to listen to him. I hope all the learners will get some knowledge from his experience, from his talk. So once again, I welcome you, sir, and on behalf of IGNOU, I would like to thank you very much for accepting our invitation. Okay, sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you. May I now request our today's resource person, Sri Akhil Kumar Mishra, IAS, sir, to kindly deliver his address on broadcast, multimedia communication, and governance. Thank you so much, sir. And over to you. Sri Akhil Kumar Mishra, sir.
A very good afternoon to all of you. It's always a pleasure to come back to academic. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Namaskar. A very good evening to all the participants of this webinar. During Corona times, webinars had become very popular, but with the changing of situation, webinars have become out of fashion. But anyway, IGNU has maintained that tradition of webinar. So I must give a lot of thanks to IGNU to arrange such a beautiful webinar. Today's topic is broadcast and multimedia communication and governance, if we can say. Earlier, your additional director, he told that IGNU is a forum for or a university for distance education. I can substitute the education with communication. So it's distance communication as well, because communication has been the pillar of life. In direct classroom situation, we communicate with the students physically. It's a direct communication, but in IGNU, because physical communication is a bit limited, so you are doing distance communication. So with that, I'll start this topic. I'm not a typical professor, I'm not a typical class taker, so do not expect me to give a lot of prejudiced languages or difficult theories, all these things. I'm a practitioner of communication. Whatever I'm doing in this field for the last more than 25 years is only work and work. So because the students might be from first year or second year of MA journalism classes, as I was told. So for their simplicity, for their understanding, I'll just touch upon the main points of the topic, and thereafter I'll invite if some subject related questions are there, they can put forth before me, so that the class becomes an interactive one, and the students also, they feel free to question whatever feelings they are encountering in their mind. So whenever we talk about broadcasting and multimedia communication, whatever comes in your mind, you might be talking about radio, you might be talking about television, you might be talking about films, you might be talking about digital streaming, which is very online videos also, which are very popular nowadays, and the emerging new media platforms. Plethoras of platforms have come off in the recent years, particularly in the last 7 to 10 years. The growth of the internet has been very vast, and the ramifications of the contents of the communication platform in the online forum has been very, very fast and very varied type. Younger generations, they are much more acquainted with this kind of communication techniques. At the same time, the nature of governance is also changed. Governance is not that type which only depended upon physical communication. It now also depends upon the online communications. So these two things, the changes in the online pattern of communication and the changes in the online forum of government or governance thing, they have been going on simultaneously. If you look at the announcements of any government, either central government or state governments, you'll be seeing people are getting subsidies, people are getting facilities, people are getting tickets, people are getting lot of facilities, and which are happening in the online medium only. So online broadcasting, online facilities, online forums are giving people lot of helps in everyday life. Governance refers to the framework of laws, policies, institutions, and regulatory mechanisms that oversee media operations, ownership, ethics, and content. On these broad guidelines, the nature of relationship between communication and governance, they operate on day-to-day basis. Communication is a pillar of governance. When there is no communication, there is no governance, and it requires transparency and information dissemination as well. We have in Government of India a variety of departments which cater to the needs of the communication. We have Press Information Bureau, we have Central Bureau of Communication, we have All India Radio, we have Doordarshan, we have photo divisions, we have film divisions, we have a lot of like publications divisions. All types of communicative techniques Government of India has adopted, because Government of India is a national government. It reflects the national aspirations. So to respect the national aspirations, Government of India has devised so many things for the reach of the people, to reach the people, to talk to people about the plans and policies of government, what plans or policies are made, what are the benefits and how to get the benefits. So these are the forums where government does its communication. And through its public broadcaster like Prasar Bharati constitutes Doordarshan and All India Radio. He delivers government schemes, policy updates, emergency alerts, particularly to rural and remote communities in local languages. There will be areas where information shadow is a problem. Information shadows are there. You might be having a lot of physical problems. You might be having even online accessibility of the facilities, roads, communications. Of course, in the last few years, lot of physical conditions have improved, but still there are pockets of communication where you feel the shadows are there. People are deprived of communication, and there we have the mandate, we have the duty to reach to those kind of people, either in physical setup or in online setup, so that they are not deprived of communication and the benefits of the governance. In our constitution, we have lot of provisions like Article 19(1)(a). It guarantees freedom of speech and expression, including communication through broadcast and media. In Article 19(2), it permits reasonable restrictions on grounds such as security, public order, and decency. Similarly, Article 21, it is intercepted to include the right to information and access to communication. If you search the National Portal of India, if you see the ministry websites, and if you see the real-time project trackers, these are the lot of information available in the online field, where any citizen of India, they can see what governance pattern is changing, what communication pattern is changing, and how the two big terms they are converging somewhere, and how communicators and administrators, they have to sit together, they have to talk together, and they have to decide together, so that because the ultimate aim of a communicator is to reach to the intended audience. Similarly, for a administrator or for a government servant, his ultimate aim is also to reach to the intended audience. So
Yes, sir.
unless we reach the intended audience, we cannot do our duties. Any disturbance is coming, some sound is coming. Yeah, it's continuing that some kind of sound is coming. There are key legislations which we use, mostly people use, and the communicators also use. One is Cable Television Networks Regulation Act 1995. It regulates cable TV networks and mandates content codes, recent amendments introduced in 5-year registration validity. Another is Prasar Bharati Broadcasting Corporation of India Act 1990. It establishes India's autonomous public broadcaster, and it has been amended from time to time with new provisions in it. Similarly, Information Technology Act 2000, it governs digital and multimedia communication. It has been also amended recently, and it is called John Biswas Amendment Act 2023. Then Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023, it regulates collection, storage, and processing of personal data, ensures privacy and security of citizens on digital platforms. Cinematography Act 1952, it has been recently amended only 1 or 2 years back. It regulates film certification via CBFC, and it has also introduced a recent provision is anti-piracy provisions. Then Telecom Regulatory Authority of India TRAI Act 1997, it regulates broadcasting tariffs, interconnection and standards. Recent regulations address addressable systems and broadcasting interconnection. So these are the major amendments, these are the major acts which have happened in recent India, which is helping in getting the intended communication pattern that the administrators they desire, the policy makers they desire. What are the key governance institutions involved in this communication pattern? The first and foremost is Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, it is the nodal agency, nodal ministry for policy, licensing and content regulation. Then under the Ministry of May I know who is speaking?
Jagannath Das, please mute yourself.
Yeah, there is some noise is coming. Some noise is getting disturbed.
Teacher sir, some of
Some,
them have switch on their
if
microphone.
anybody, yeah, if you can unmute yourself, then the voice will be muted. So, then under Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, there is Prasar Bharati. Prasar Bharati is popularly called Doordarshan and All India Radio together. It's designed to be an autonomous body, and it functions as the national broadcaster. Then we have also Broadcasting Contents Complaints Council. That is another body. It's a self-regulatory body. We have Press Council of India for the print media. Then we have also Digital Platforms Oversight Body. So a lot of bodies are there, and they have been provided guidelines by the Ministry of Information Broadcasting and also by other agencies, and they are doing their duties to regulate, to provide the contents, to provide guidelines, so that people get good contents, good broadcast and online contents. What are the emerging governance issues in multimedia communication? The first one is regulation of OTT platforms, because the new generation, they are very much familiar to the OTT platforms. This has become a major area because OTT imbibes a lot of contents in the form of films, in the form of advertisements, in the form of other messages, video. So scrutiny of content under 2021 IT rules, it has been included. Then fake news and misinformation. This is a major challenge in contemporary times, how to bust the fake news and how to control misinformation, because in war-like situation, physical war is different, information war is another field altogether. So the challenges that has come across the TV and digital media, we have seen also. Data privacy and surveillance. It safeguards under Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. You see, a lot of personal data has been put on online forum, where starting from Aadhaar card to anything, your driving license, anything, it is available online, your matric certificate, copy, everything. How to protect those things? That has also come, and government is very careful about these things. Cross media ownership, concentration of media power affecting pluralism. No doubt this is a democracy, no doubt it's a plural society, it's a big society, and naturally the ownership will be also plural. So, but plural ownership doesn't mean that somebody will be controlling everything. So in a democratic set of, government is very conscious to distribute the ownership to its rightful place. Then freedom versus responsibility. In any digital platform, when we are talking about governance, we have also responsibility to cater to people, because right and responsibility, freedom and responsibility, they have to move together. They are like two brothers in arms. Then we have regional representation and accessibility. This is a vast country with a lot of languages, lot of sectoral differences, lot of practical difficulties people are facing. How to balance the narratives and get a national narrative, because India is a country. India is a big country with a lot of varieties in it. So we might be having a lot of differences, but how to collect the collective voice and put a national governance network in place, that is a major theme, and I think all the governments, they are trying for that. In citizen participation and feedback, in any program, in any policy, in any communication network, unless citizens are involved and unless the feedback of the citizens are with us, or with the government, or with such responsible bodies, then I don't think communication is complete or governance is complete. So gradually we have, our governments, they have shifted from one-way communication to two-way communication. What is a two-way communication? Suppose I speak alone and you listen, that is one-way communication. Suppose you also speak and I listen, that is two-way communication. I do not know in classroom situation how many times your teachers encourage asking questions, or teachers also listen to the students patiently, because time has changed and two-way communication is the norm. So we have to shift from one-way communication to two-way communication. Multimedia enables interactive engagement. So these kind of changes that have been witnessed in this country in the last 10 to 15 years, we have seen multiple forums, and it's a two-way communication. You take about Facebook. Suppose people are friends in Facebook with each other and they are talking two-way. You are talking, I am talking, we are exchanging ideas, we are talking, we are exchanging views also. WhatsApp is a two-way communication forum. That is why these are popular. And when something is one way, it doesn't become popular. Then I'll cite one website of Government of India, that is mygov.in. It is a popular website now, where citizens provide ideas, suggestions and feedback on policies and campaigns. My request to the students will be to explore n number of online channels. I am not talking about TV channels, online portals. You explore, particularly of Government of India or any government of Odisha, you search, you see how the departments are working, what are the feedback mechanism, what are the programs they are narrating, what are the facilities. Even for you also there might be facilities, but unless you yourself search it and get the information by your heart, then you cannot get the benefit. So my request will be that be more proactive in searching government websites. PM's Prime Minister's, Honorable Prime Minister's Mann Ki Baat. It is a popular program now, because see, what is the intention behind Mann Ki Baat? It's a personal communication link between Prime Minister and public. Here, Prime Minister, the leader of the nation, he is speaking. And before speaking, he is also collecting feedback from public. And he is narrating his experiences again to the public. So it is a kind of two-way communication where the highest person in government, he has taken research in public field, he has collected information, he has collected views and opinions of people from all sections of the people, and he is narrating that in his public address. So Mann Ki Baat is a program, I think students sometimes you must see it. Then you see a lot of public forums have social media grievance redressal cells. Earlier, long time back, you didn't have any forum where you put forth your grievance, you put forth your agonies, you put forth your complaints, and there is no response. But today, you will find invariably in every department, in every public sector undertakings, even NGOs also, they are putting a grievance redressal forum where the stakeholders, they can put forth their grievance and get a facilitation of what they are demanding. Many times real-time complaint handling by platforms like X also happening at times. What are the critical challenges in India in future? We are facing, no doubt, it's a critical time with a lot of things changing in the world. Worldwide, you will see a lot of countries, they are facing a lot of difficulties, financial, political, social, and other kinds of challenges. Incidentally, in our country, we are in a stable democracy, we are in stable even political democracy. So in that context, how India has to behave and how India has to be careful about the future, because in today's world, integration of economies, integration of political chemistry, and integration of a lot of things are happening across boundaries, across countries, across continents also. So no country can remain isolated from the rest of the world. That is why, even though we are in a stable democracy, still we cannot afford to lose our sight what is happening elsewhere, particularly in our neighborhood, in our other countries where we have trade and business interest. Certain factors they come into my mind when we talk about these challenges. One is weak enforcement of content codes. We have a lot of regulatory mechanisms, and most of the regulatory mechanisms have been managed by, are being managed by people who are the professionals. Government is very liberal in that way. Government has given freedom to professionals to operate the uh, these regulatory bodies. So for the regulatory bodies, how to manage the content and how to provide a leadership to the rest of the industry, to the broadcasting industry and the governance structure, it's a challenge, no doubt. Then overlapping of jurisdictions. Many times you will see any issue will come up and many bodies will be involved. That has to be avoided. One particular body has to solve the problem of that sector only. Self-regulation versus statutory regulation debates. In India, we have a lot of bodies which are self-regulatory bodies like Television Content Council. So only industry people are there. So industry people, they decide what will be the content of that particular program, that particular channel. So their taste becomes the norm of the country. But there is a debate that societal values may not be always in conformity with the regulator's value. So the regulator has to be a little bit adaptable with the changing situations to know what is happening inside the society. Whatever content we are providing, is it very rigid to the audience or is it very soft to the audience? That balance has to be maintained. Then protection of journalists and press freedom under when there is a pressure or something like that, how to protect journalists and press freedom. It's a continuing debate everywhere, elsewhere in the world also. The freedom of the press is a very debatable topic, important topic that we have to look at. And another very important thing is rural-urban digital divide. No doubt internet has come to even villages. No doubt everybody is having a computer. No doubt almost every person is having a mobile phone in his hands. But you see, having a mobile phone in hand and how to use the phone is a totally different matter. So that rural urban bias is still occurring, and the informed people who are informed about the internet culture, it is their responsibility to guide, to help those people who have little access or limited access for internet and the mobility structure. So it's a collective effort, so that uh, from an angle we see that rural and urban society, they have become one as far as digital structure is concerned. If that happens, then the digital benefits will be equally distributed among the people. Then what is the way forward? In this kind of context, I'm not much narrating, a lot of materials are there with me, but I want to go into details. What should we do to strengthen the institutional autonomy of public broadcasters? Whenever we're talking about public broadcasters, so whether the policymakers or whether the audience or whether the people who are stakeholders who are dealing with the public broadcasting system, they feel the freedom given is adequate or more or less. So such kind of debate is also required to put into the journalistic forum. Ensure transparency and independent regulatory mechanisms. India is a democracy, no doubt. So what kind of regulatory mechanisms is perfect for India? Whatever government has thought good, government has done. But society has changed a lot. The aspirations of people have changed a lot. The desires of people are changing, and new equations are emerging all over the world also. So in that context, how far the regulators need to change? So that has to be also defined. then do we require to promote media literacy education? So everybody is familiar with Facebook, everybody is familiar with Instagram, but do we need to be educated on this? That has to be also found out. And digital ethics education, what is to be posted, what is not to be posted, what should we talk, what we should not talk, whether it is ethical, whether it is not ethical. These are the basic questions. Many times we are having a lot of arguments, we are having a lot of misunderstandings. So whether ethical education is required or not, then whether we require a comprehensive media governance framework integrating TV, OTT, radio, and social media. Can we think about a future where all the media have converged? They are in one platform. They are not in different platforms. So in that kind of scenario, and I think in future, those kind of possibilities are lurking in minds. If all the platforms somehow they converge together, suppose everything you get in your TV, or suppose everything you get in one single screen, so what will happen and how it will impact the human emotions, human mind, and human communication pattern? And with the introduction of artificial intelligence, gradually it is coming into the Indian system. In other parts of the world, they are little acquainted with the culture of AI culture, these robotics and everything are coming. So when AI will become a part of life, when it will be everyday life situation, how do you deal with such kind of things? Suppose you go to a hotel room and you talk to the receptionist, and the receptionist is a robot, and he or she goes with you, shows you the room, collects the bill. So imagine those kind of situations which are happening in technology, and it will definitely affect the broadcast and governance structure. So those kind of scenarios, because technique is rapidly changing, but human habits, human behavior doesn't change according to technology. Human behavior requires some time to settle down and take the commands of the technology. So whether in future we will be very much adaptable to technologies, so that we can deploy the technologies for the benefit of the humankind, and also do more communication, so that people, and particularly people who have been left behind in terms of development, are getting benefits or not. So we have to see those things in the near future. Probably 5 years or 10 years is a short time, but it will be big time for technology revolution. So another set of technologies are bound to come up. I'll stop here. I'll hope that with this little feedback, whatever thoughts are coming into your mind, I think your professor can process the questions, and I'm ready. I think I can answer some questions. Thank you.
It's Baldy, your microphone is on.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hello. Sir, very good afternoon.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, while it is said that information is the new currency in today's world, but we are seeing that the spread of multimedia behavior patterns like misinformation and disinformation, narrative control is a issue. So, it's a issue of worth contemplating. So, how we check this burgeoning problem, and what are the endeavors PIB is taking, sir? Sir, this is my question, sir. Thank you.
PIB has a fact checking unit. Whenever any information which looks like misinformation, PIB fact check team is there. It contacts the department concerned, and it busts the misinformation.
Thank you, sir.
Students, any questions? If anybody have any question, then you can any suggestion, any query, then you can put forth your question. No question? Thank you.
Sir,
Then,
namaskar, sir.
yes, go ahead.
Sir, project ପାଇଁ sir କଣ process ଅଛି ସେଇଟା sir
Now,
clear
if you are related to this topic, then you can put forth the question. Otherwise, the grievance session will be different session. You can ask your question in there. Related to source, whatever the lecture he has delivered to you. So, if you have any query or any suggestion or anything want to ask, sir, then you can put your question.
Sir, the lecture didn't responding our calls and we didn't talk to them.
I told you, please wait. We are organizing the grievance in different weeks, so you can ask a question there. So this is not the time to ask this kind of question. You will take a letter. If any
Good
question,
afternoon, sir.
yes, go ahead.
So I have a question that what are the pros and cons in introducing AI in mass and communication?
Okay. You are asking what are the pros and cons in introducing AI in mass communication.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you wait for some time because AI is a recent technology, and it depends upon the countries involved how they will use the AI technology in what fields they want to do. Mass communication is a general topic, but you see the use of technology first will be in different what I emergency fields like suppose medical. So you have to wait for some time to get a very clear picture in India because these are recent technologies. So some time will be required to regulate the technology, the pricing of the technology, and the sectoral application of the technology.
Yes, sir. So what is the what will be better if PM's Mon Ki Baat or press conference to the media? What will be more fruitful?
What you think is more fruitful?
Both are.
Then you have got the correct answer.
Okay, sir. Because no media is asking why PM Modi is not
No, let
doing
us.
any press conference.
Are you? No, no. Let us focus on the topic today. We are discussing.
Yes,
We
sir.
are. You are a student. I suppose you are a student.
Yes, sir.
So, did you listen the topic whatever I talked 10 or 15 minutes or 20
Yes, sir.
minutes? So you ask the question from that only.
Okay, sir.
I request all of you to kindly stick to the topic and please be brief in your question.
Ask about journalism, ask about communication, ask about lot of things which will benefit you in the examination.
Hello, sir. I have one more question.
Yes, yes.
Sir, in this social media era, when we are seeing that information dumping is an issue, and lots plethora of information is on the tip of our finger, we see that the conventional communication via medias like the TV news, or you can say that Doordarshan, All India Radio, these source of information are somehow getting damned by these social media things. So how can we ensure, and there is also issue of what I have earlier said, that misinformation, disinformation is also there. So how we can revive the conventional media to overtake these social media gimmicks?
You see, information should be about happenings. So I think you are getting my points.
Yes.
Information should be about happenings. Information should not be about non-happenings. Like suppose in the night we are dreaming and we are seeing lot of visuals. Are they informations?
No.
They're definitely not informations.
No.
So imaginations and informations, they are not single term. And when human society is evolving with new technologies, new leadership, new inventions, lot of things are happening all the time, centuries wise. In every century, every decade, you'll be seeing lot of new changes are coming up. Similarly, in the last 10 or 15 years, so new technologies have come up and new platforms have come up. So I feel they are there for their own necessity. There is no competition involved with the physical world. Suppose today we are doing an online class. Does this online class compete with a physical class? It
No.
doesn't, because it is an additional thing your university is providing for your benefit. So the target of these two platforms, the traditional media and the new media, the target is same, to help humankind. Whether you do it physically, suppose you have a friend, you cannot meet him, then you pick up the telephone and talk to him and you console him. Suppose he is not having a good health, you console him that tomorrow he will be okay. So you are doing an online duty. At the same time, you could have gone to his house, you could have sat near him and you could have talked to him. Both the effects are almost same, but sometimes you are not able to go there, you are not able to reach his place, he may be in faraway places, but you simply talk to him. Over Facebook also you talk, and by simple chatting you heal the person. So these two mediums are intended to benefit the people only. If somebody is good at heart, he will use it in a positive manner. If somebody is not good at heart, he will use it in a negative manner. That is there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
The basis Dan has raised a hand. The basis Dan has raised a hand.
Debasis Naik?
Yes, Devashish Naik.
Sir, I wanted to know if PIB offers any internship or orientation programs for students. I mean, who are interested in government communication coordination or media coordination kind of thing, sir.
All the media, they provide a platform for internship. And PIB also, we have helped IMC, others sometimes, some other people also. So there is no bar in it.
Okay, and how do I?
Your institution head has to write a letter to us.
Okay, okay, sure, sure.
It's a simple thing, because as communicators we must help each other so that we get people who are good in communication. That is the aim.
Definitely, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So thank you, sir. I think there is no more question. May I now request my colleague Dr. S.K. Panigay sir to kindly offer the formal vote of thanks. Over to you, Panigay sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I am really extremely glad. I mean, Akil sir is out of his so busy person, so out of his busy schedule, he address our learners. Definitely, our learners get enlightened and they get benefited out of source deliberation today. So I do hope definitely our learners will more happy, because today you are not, I mean, particularly not academician I am telling, because you are called different kind of personality, because heading PIB and I mean talking in the multimedia communication, we don't think any academic person can elaborate this kind of things to our learners. So definitely our learners is most happy. I mean they got whatever kind of information today. So on behalf of Indira Gandhi National Open University, on behalf of our Vice Chancellor, on behalf of myself and my all colleagues, we extend our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Akhil Misra sir. And last but not least, and my regional director is always, inspiring us to conduct this kind of webinar for our learners so they can get the knowledge and information and today's arena and today's, kind of information. So I also extend my heartful thanks to my learners because of you only we are conducting this webinar. Without you, this program cannot be success. Thank you very much once again to all of you. Thank you and Jai Jagannath.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello. 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 ତବନି ଖାଇବାକୁ ଦେଇକି